Once again, I never promised you a rose garden. Bringing the show down to Austin, Texas, January 13th and 14th at the Vulcan. And then New York again, Levittown, New York at Governor's, January 20th and 21st. Come and check out all these shows, more being added all the time. Stay tuned. Get all your show tickets and all your show info at joederosainfo.com. Also, please check out We'll See You in Hell, my movie podcast with Pat Walsh. We are over at we're at patreon.com/WSIYH podcast. You can get all the new episodes there, and the back catalog is available online wherever you get your podcasts. And finally, Joey Rose's My Bar and Sandwich Shop is now open 7 days a week at 11:30 a.m. every day. Drinks and sandwiches all day long. Come through. Thank you for the support. We've turned a year old. I can't believe we made it. This is amazing. Thank you, guys. We couldn't have done it without you. Come see us. And if you want info about the bar and sandwich shop, joeyrosesnyc.com. Thank you.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to
Folks, welcome to TASTE Buds. Oh, I'm in the hot seat over here. I switched chairs for this episode. I'm over here. We have our guests, the guys we fucked. Not the guys we fucked. I was going to say the guys we fucked gals. Then I thought gals was derogatory. And
At least you thought about it before you said it.
Up here. Yeah.
It's more just we need people to know our names because it's going to say guys we fucked girls on our
gravestones.
And
yeah.
we don't want that.
I was
My
gonna say your names,
mausoleum
too.
door will be embedded with the guys we fucked girls.
Yeah. I was going to say the guys we fucked gals, Krystyna Hutchinson, Corinne Fisher, and then I got tripped up on saying gals, and then when I
Gals
got
is
tripped up,
fine.
I thought I was like, now it
forgive
sounds
you.
like I'm saying you're guys that we fucked.
Right.
I was saying I was a we.
Right.
You're saying I have a dick.
You're coming out as non-binary on
We're
the show.
having-
Joe's
We're
coming out
switching
as
our
a
genders
we.
up.
Right. It's well, we're already in shambles. Okay.
Corinne Fisher, Krystyna Hutchinson, and I mentioned guys we fucked just to give the credit to the credit of one of the many things you do. But more importantly, you're friends, and I'm glad you're here. I'm really happy you're both here.
Thank you so much.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Back in the scene of one of my favorite Thanksgivings.
Yes.
In front of this clown painting, which is terrifying.
Yeah,
Joe.
it's a little scary.
Krystyna and I had a Thanksgiving
COVID.
in this apartment. Yeah, in for COVID. You were I was stuck here. I couldn't see my family because of COVID. And
I didn't want to see my family.
You didn't want to see your family, not because of COVID.
Yeah,
just because.
blamed it on COVID, but that wasn't the case.
And you came over, and we ate fried chicken. We made it's white trash Thanksgiving.
White trash Thanksgiving. We microwaved a lot of the food.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A lot of fried chicken, mac and cheese. It's
Yes.
fucking cranberry sauce from the can. Video games. It's amazing.
Yes, yeah.
Smoked cigarettes. We drank.
We drank. We
It was
smoked
fucking
cigarettes. I remember you had to leave because you and Wendy Starling had a Zoom show to do.
Oh, right. We had like a Zoom glamour puss probably.
Yeah, and there's nothing lonelier than when you're having a Thanksgiving with one other person because you can't see your family because of COVID, and you drink, and then that person leaves, and then you're sitting with all the
trash, all the boxes
in the middle of the video game. You're like, I don't know. I guess I'll just drink.
Yeah.
I'll just drink by myself.
You couldn't go to a bar at that point yet.
No, yeah, everything was
Damn.
closed. That was
Everything
like
was closed.
lockdown winter.
What did you do that Thanksgiving?
I believe my dad was dying, so I was
Okay,
home.
that's why you weren't with us. All right, cool. Yeah,
Because
that'll take everything over.
I was on the Zoom. Wasn't I on the I was on one Zoom show you did around there because you did like a nativity.
Oh, we did a nativity play with me and Donna Guerrero's.
Okay, because I was on something.
Christmas night. That was Christmas
You
night.
had said you were going to try. I remember you had said you were going to try to come back and meet us, but then you got tied up. You never made it.
Oh, sorry, I don't remember that.
Did we have more people?
I hate Thanksgiving. It's my number one least favorite day of the year. So I just black out on Thanksgiving, not from drinking, just from my own, just in my mind.
It's a bad day.
Disassociation.
I just don't like the day. It's just historically gone very poorly for me.
Same.
So.
Honestly, I found the key though. You have it with friends. Fuck
Yes.
family. No family. I mean, if you have a good relationship with your family, which you do.
I just don't like the day. I would just like to. I would love to like treat it the way Luke treats his dad's death yearly on Gilmore Girls.
I knew this
and
was a
just
Gilmore Girls
act
reference.
like it's not happening, and no one hears from me on that day.
Okay.
Maybe I go fishing at a lake by myself. I obviously don't catch any fish.
that what
'cause
Luca does?
I wouldn't do animal cruelty.
Right.
For
No
fun.
hooks.
You
just
Does
throw
Luca
worms
go
into the
fishing?
water.
what?
Does Luca go fishing?
Luke, the character from Gilmore Girls.
No. But does Luca go fishing? Because you said maybe go fishing by yourself. I thought.
Yeah,
was that,
Luke goes fishing on Gilmore
Okay,
Girls a
okay,
lot.
got
Yeah,
it,
that's
got
like
it.
his quiet place. Joe, have you
Not
watched
Luca.
Gilmore Girls?
I have.
You don't know the Gilmore Girls?
haven't.
That's why I was like,
haven't.
Luca. I was like, no, it's not the song about the abused child. I
Right.
was like, this is different.
No, that's a bummer of a song.
Yeah.
that
It
Luca
is when you learn what it's about because it's so beautiful, and then you're
It's
like, this
heavy.
is about a kid getting beat upstairs.
I thought
Yeah.
Another Day in Paradise was about a vacation that went bad. Nope.
No,
It's about poverty and
That
shit.
was a period of like pop songs hitting the airwaves that had real heavy, like,
to a light tune.
yeah,
It's
like
weird.
Phil Collins had a string of "This is about a homeless man"
Yeah.
songs that like
Dying.
went real big. Yeah, and like Luca was from then. Even that time period, even when they weren't like I don't know, that was just a weird period. That's when Tom's Diner came out, which I don't
I
think was.
love
Diner.
Tom's
I love that
Diner.
song.
It always bummed me out.
Really?
What?
There was just something about it that bummed
What
me out.
you associated it with something in your
Sitting
life?
at a
that-
diner alone?
Yeah.
Tom.
Tom
Who is
sucks.
Tom?
Tom is your
get to the-
future? What do you think?
I
I
don't
would
know.
love to like when I see people sitting at a diner alone, I go, fingers crossed.
Do you remember?
We're so different.
I listen. Before we get too far away from Thanksgiving, I want to relate to you.
And it's hard, so
Yeah.
No,
We'll take some time.
it's
like
I
network
had a
notes all over
horrible Thanksgiving this year,
Uh-huh. You're right.
and I thought the same thing. In fact, on my way home, I called Krystyna because I was like calling her to be like, "Hey, I don't know if you're around and you want to do
wanted to try to
a
recapture
repeat of drinking on Thanksgiving, but like I'm on my way home. I am miserable right now."
suicide hotline.
Yeah, she was tied up,
Yep.
so I drank alone again in the
Yep.
apartment.
Okay.
It was sort of a replay. But yeah, Thanksgiving kind of does suck. I think I'm just gonna do it. The ones I've done with friends, it's just been fun. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why.
We're
It's
friends with
another
comedians.
Ordeal.
Why would you not have a Thanksgiving full of comedians? That's the best thing ever.
Just like all the cooking
Yeah.
too. I mean, like
Everyone brings
I
a
actually
dish.
like cooking, but it's like we're all like working so hard to cook the same meal as everybody else on Instagram. That doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah. I don't take pictures of it because I'm like, I'm doing this for me. You know?
Well, I just like to
Yes.
take pictures. Like if it's like to me, it's like if you painted a painting, you know,
Right.
but, you would take a picture.
Yeah, I
Of
don't cook anything that good, so nothing's really photo
it. I did a
worthy.
full Thanksgiving myself from top to bottom.
Oh, right, at your old apartment.
myself, and
Yeah.
there was a lot of yelling.
By you or by what?
Get
what-
out of the kitchen. It was
How quickly you turn into
incredible.
a wife.
It was incredible. The food was so good. I mean, soup from scratch, appetizers.
It's great.
I did everything.
So much prep.
But then I made my boyfriend and my parents just sit. I said, you go talk to each other in the living room. And I'll
That's
do
great.
this. Things were breaking,
That's great.
but I did it. I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do it.
I'm similar in the kitchen. I get very yelly, get very Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen.
You were pretty calm when we were microwaving shit, but that's because there's not a lot going
I
on.
wouldn't
love
have let you see
microwaves.
that side of me.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I
wouldn't
do.
let many people see that side.
No,
of
he
me.
saves that for me.
Yeah, it's all for Corinne.
I get it.
It's and then just I want to plug the other show.
The other
for you.
show.
Well, because
This is fun.
because it's relevant because we used to do it together.
It
but
is relevant.
What
And
happened? Why'd you don't do it together?
Joe didn't want to yell as much, so he had to leave without a country so that he could yell about bonbons.
I know. It was one stressor replaced with another.
You don't understand how hard I laughed, Joe, when I was like, yeah.
When
he
you
had
saw
to-
the new podcast?
when he had to leave for mental health, and then I just am flipping through Instagram, and then he's yelling at Sal Vulcano, like, turkey
Can we
club!
please just talk about fried Twizzlers?
We had to start doing. Sal makes fun of me. I made him start doing this chant with me, where we said, "No matter what happens, I love you," because we would get so heated, and I was like, "I can't. I'm taking too much of this home."
You can
with me."
take any topic and make it the highest stakes thing for you.
We did. Well,
It's a skill.
It's
It's why you shine as a comedian,
Yeah,
but it's also why you're gonna die young.
Yeah.
And we're all
Yeah,
worried about you.
I know.
High stakes, baby.
It's tough. It's tough.
We're
tough.
worried.
I know. Well, you're worried.
And you're the
I'm
best one who
worried.
gives speeches out of all of us. So who's gonna talk when you die? I know it's gonna be a shit show.
Every stand-up clip he posts is just like, nurses, I hope they die.
And this fucking asshole comes in.
And I got banned. But by the way, you guys don't appreciate this. I got banned from TikTok.
Of course you did. Was it because of the nurses drama?
We think
What
I was
drama
allowed
is
back
Oh,
in.
I was following it.
I was allowed back in. I was banned though. I was fully banned for 3 days, and then
Damn.
somebody knew somebody. Venetia knew somebody, and they got it reversed. But like I appealed it, and they were like, "No, you're banned."
What'd you do? In a nutshell.
I got this nurse thing went sideways on me. This bit that got posted, it went viral in a way I've never had anything go viral. I got trolled in a way that I've never been trolled. It was
Yeah,
vicious.
it's fun, huh?
Yeah, it was,
Rape threats, death threats. Here's your address. Here's the front door of your apartment building. I
Yeah.
know a guy. Yeah, all that
I got death threats, and I didn't get any rape threats, but I got death
Yeah,
threats,
you're a
and
guy.
I got fake 1-star reviews of my restaurant, which was very hurtful.
Oh, that's really
that's terrible because that
annoying.
really affects business. That's fucked up.
That's annoying.
But they were fake. They weren't real.
They were fake, but some of them we were able to have removed because you're like, this is fake. This
Yeah,
person
yeah.
was
It's
never there,
trolling.
but you can't really prove that
Yeah,
if
that's
the
the
person's
problem.
savvy. But anyway, so that started all this stuff on. If you Google my name in TikTok, it'll be pages of just the response videos to the nurse stuff.
What'd
So-
you say? You were anti-nurse in a way? You were like making fun of nurses?
I
It's
don't.
famous nurse bit.
I don't-
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
it's my famous nurse video. I don't.
I was familiar with it.
People
I don't
are
wanna
very sensitive about
know.
nurses and teachers.
And bicycling, I've learned.
Yes.
Another
yes.
group that
I've
trolled
gotten in
me.
trouble with bicycling Twitter. Ugh.
Bicyclists.
Yeah.
I made a joke
I got in
about
trouble,
snowboarding
yeah.
on the last episode. I'm sure that's going to bite me in the ass. The,
chill.
I mean, people are just wow.
They're running
I don't
into
want to say the
trees. They
bit
don't have
right
time.
now because it's in my. There's a whole thing about it in my new hour, and I want to leave it for that.
Ooh.
But if people want to look it up, they can. But anyway, the point is they.
That was
No, that's not why I did that.
I thought that was.
No, I saw. A
But I
cum
thought
there.
you were doing it like subconsciously
I
still.
wasn't. I swear to God, I wasn't. Thank
I
you,
like
though.
that Joe is positioning himself to be to nurses what Dave Chappelle is to trans people.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna keep clapping.
All right. Just lean in and never loosen up.
That there's.
I admire it.
There's a I think the response to my thing is not. You'll see. I don't
Okay.
want to give.
There's
too
a
much
reason why Joe DeRosa was my favorite comedian.
Yeah, I see.
I just can't
see
say
it now.
like is anymore because like I know you. It feels too weird.
Yeah,
But
no, I know. Well,
you know.
listen, I love you. We love each other.
are we gonna do the chant now?
We do the chant.
I love you, man.
Wait, why did I? But wait a minute. What? Oh, because so the fervor around that, I guess, caught the attention of some of the folks over TikTok, and then 2 of my videos got. The 2 that we put up after that got pulled.
Damn.
They're like, we gotta look into what this guy's saying.
Do you have a
little
guy
more
doing your
carefully.
TikTok?
I had somebody doing it, yeah, and I was like,
Give me that info.
so the first one got booted, and I was like, we were kind of like, I guess I get why that one got booted. Like, I make a joke in it about a gun, like maybe that's why I got booted.
I got some gun stuff taken off. I was just literally shooting a gun and didn't think that you could not post that. Oops.
You can't.
Even if in a place where it's legal, like you can't.
Yeah, no. Can't
And
just
then
shoot a
the
rifle in Utah like an American.
We're so
What
repressed.
the fuck? And then a second thing got booted, and then the third, and then we just started putting up clips from Taste Buds because we were like, we're getting too many things booted, and then they
Yeah.
just banned me, and we were like, what is going on? And then somebody in the office just reversed it because it's like politics. All who you know,
Exactly.
none of this means anything. If you know somebody on the force, you'll get out of the ticket.
Yep.
Like it's just literally all it is. Like it's so. But I can't. You were shooting a gun legally, and it got pulled.
And it said because you're not allowed to like. I think you're not allowed to show rifles on camera.
That's
on
Literally,
Probably for the best.
triggering. No
it's
pun
literally
intended.
triggering.
Yeah.
But what, like to me, I'm like, well, what if you had, like, it's like you can own guns in America, so it's like, what if it was an instructional video about how
gun safety?
Yeah, it seems like you should be able to.
My Instagram clip just got pulled down because it was a joke that was where I was joking about the joke was I tried cocaine. Did I like it? No, I fucking loved it.
Right.
And then I make jokes about like, here's what cocaine does when you do it. They got pulled because they said it supported the intent to distribute drugs or illegal substances.
That's crazy, and that would have been
So
such a good
exhausting.
viral
It's
sound.
so exhausting.
Yeah.
Well, even when I post,
And it was doing really
Corinne
well too.
Corinne and I got a Google alert for my name, and it was a porn site. I clicked the link, and it was like Corinne Fisher, Krystyna Hutchinson. It was a bunch of porn, and I'm like, what happened? But we weren't on the actual link. It was weird, but I posted it because I thought it was funny, and I forgot to cover up one of the vaginas. And like 800 men messaged me, and there's a pussy in there that you didn't cover up. I'm like, wow,
Wait,
you
I don't-
got good eye. And then Instagram eventually.
I see what you're saying.
Instagram eventually took it down.
I see what you mean.
It was clickbait.
But-
They think we're a lot more clickable than we
Well, I
Their
learned that
mistake.
you can show female nudity in the context of giving birth. So I can show a pussy if there's a baby coming out of it,
Okay.
which I 100% plan to do.
Cut to
Okay.
me with my dog later like this.
He's got a little toupee on,
Have you guys
covered in slime.
I'll ask you this, and by the way, what I'm about to ask, if you want to cut, we'll just cut it out because I don't know if it's something. I get it if you're like, don't say that because it'll make people whatever. But I'm just curious. Have you guys had people face swap you into porn yet?
No,
Because that's.
I would.
Oh, you want that?
I
Oh,
just want
okay.
to see what it looks like.
Well,
Did they do a good
on
job?
porn sites,
Maybe I could get some tips.
This is so bad that this is a thing now. This is so bad. There are now apps that they're advertising on porn sites where they're like, look how easy it is, and they show you the face swap in real time.
Men are
Yeah.
trash.
And you
Men
can
are
just
such
put
trash.
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's over. The world it's
But at that
I don't
point-
know what's going to happen next.
At
It's
that
so
point,
gross.
though,
Then it's okay. A nude gets like, who gives a shit? There's me getting railed by 8 dudes in the ass, but it's face swap, but no one's gonna know the difference. So at that point, it's like, it's almost like the world is going to shit so badly that like nothing really matters. It's kind of more relaxing that way.
someone face swapped me into Star Wars as Princess Leia.
That's a good one.
Well, that's nice.
That was sweet.
you make a
the
great
whole
list.
movie.
nice.
It was no, just like
The
just
scene with Jabba?
No, just like I don't know, it's just a scene where she's running around, and I was like, oh, that's a really good, accurate one.
That's
an
great.
accurate face.
Well, excuse me. I remember when the deep fake and face swap thing first started happening. And everybody was like posting things and whatever. And I remember my friend Scotty Landis, who's a really talented writer and a good guy. He tweeted something. I'm paraphrasing, like, "Yeah, guys, yeah, this is really fucking great." Like being like, and he
We're
was the
doomed.
first one I saw call it out, and I was like, "Holy shit, he is so." On the money with this right now,
Sure.
and he'll get no credit as being the first guy probably that said anything negative about
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
on Twitter. But he was right. It's like, dude, yeah, it's barreled out of. You can't watch the fact that you can't watch a news clip of the president speaking and know if it's real or not.
Oh, that sucks. I'm staying out of the news. I don't know about that.
No, but I mean, it's just that's how good it is. Now,
Yeah.
like they were okay. It turned out to be fake news. Funny enough, but they released this news story about Bruce. Okay, so they have this thing.
I feel like this is without a country like the early
Like,
years.
Corinne, I've missed you.
I needed Christina.
This is what I've been wanting
but I
to
wanted to do the
debate this whole
podcast with you
time.
again.
There's so many news stories I'll see every week where I'm like, I wish I was on the show still. Like, this is a good one.
You can send them.
But
to me.
Yeah, at least give her content. Come on.
I can like report in like this is what
Joe's
Joe
segment.
thought about this.
Yeah.
we could do like an in memoriam segment.
Okay. Yes.
Oh my God! Pretend you died. You get so much press.
Oh, that'd be great. But so there's a thing now that they do, which, in theory, this is kind of cool in its own way, but it's not good. They have a thing that they can do now. I forget what the technology's called, where you go in. Any one of us could go in and you say a bunch of stuff into a microphone, and they take it and they are able to fake generate your voice saying anything. So the best example
Are
of
you
it.
fucking serious?
Dead serious. So the best example is James Earl Jones went in to Lucasfilm and did this so they can use his voice forever for Darth Vader. Forever. Like there will never now be Darth Vader where it's not James Earl Jones. And he
Just
gets
said every
money
word,
and
yeah.
whatever and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Because But it goes beyond saying
Full
all the
doomsday.
like they can then manipulate all of it. And
They were like, "Can you say Jews are bad? We might go a different direction
yeah,
with the next
yeah.
Star
Say
Wars."
Jews are good, cookies are bad, and
Yeah.
we're just gonna take that and run forever.
But like, there's videos online of it, of how it works, like from the company.
Sure.
Like, it was like I think it's just a startup company, but it's amazing technology, and they show you. They're like, here's how this can bend and what, and it's very, very brilliant, mind blowing technology. Is it good in the sense that like James Earl Jones voluntarily is like, I can forever be Darth Vader now, and the fans will be happy? Yeah, that's great, but obviously, it's going to be bad for a lot of other reasons. Yeah. And it's to the point now, that's just one element of the deep fake, whatever stuff. A news story broke that turned out to be fake news where it said, because Bruce Willis retired because he's got that condition where he can't, I forget what it's called.
Well, yeah.
Turns out he had it the whole time.
That's so funny. But he retired, and then it said, there was a headline that said Bruce Willis is the first actor to sell his likeness to make deep fake movies where they'll be able to use him.
Why can't we just hire new people that are going to be born in 40 years?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So his team came out 2 days later and said, this is not true. We did not do this. Now, this is the troubling part to me. Whether he did it or not doesn't matter. We all believed it was possible because it is possible, number one.
Yeah.
And then number two, did his team come out and say, we didn't do this because they didn't do it? Or did they come out and say we didn't do this because...
it was bad press.
Yeah,
It
they were
garnered a
like,
bad
oh, we
response.
fucked up. Right.
Yeah.
Every part of that story to me epitomizes like, this is where we're headed. This is how bad it is. Yeah. That's fucking terrifying.
Well, you're missing one thing. I just Googled that, and a Russian company has run away with this idea, and it's just started releasing commercials starring famous American actors.
Oh my God!
And they don't care if they get
hilarious.
sued.
Like
because
Elon
they're not
Musk
doing
and
it.
Bruce Willis were in like
Are you
some kind
serious?
of commercial together in Russia. Apparently,
That's really
Holy
funny.
shit.
Wow.
Holy shit. So we're
Imagine
not
they
even
can
going to
make-
have control over our likeness.
they can make blockbusters and just drop it and go, "This one was better."
Damn.
Dude, Russia doesn't give a fuck.
They don't.
I respect it.
They don't care,
respect
man.
I almost...
They don't care.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ,
God.
man.
That's cool.
They don't care.
Yeah, they don't. They do whatever the fuck they want. It's insane.
Yeah, I kind of want
It's
to
wild
talk
to
to Putin too. Like when Trump does it, you're like, I kind of want to do it.
Yeah.
I kind of see it.
I mean, we thought North Korea was bad.
Yeah, Russia might be
Putin's
worse.
like...
Yeah.
Hold my
Yeah.
my vodka.
Are truffles Russian? Is that a segue?
Oh wow.
That's a half a segue. Yeah.
Are
They Russian?
I don't know, let's see.
I would say
Is
French,
truffle
but-
sounds like a Russian word.
I don't
Sounds
think
French.
I don't think they're Russian. But
No, right?
Let me see.
no idea.
Well, where the
I
argument
mean, they're
today-
found in nature, but I wouldn't think they would grow because Russia is cold. So I don't think there's a lot of growing like
All right.
fungi there.
you could say it with
She has a
less
point.
tone.
Joe always
less
thinks
fact?
that I have a tone with him, and then I'm like, this is just like that's just how I talk.
I know. I'm joking around. I know. We'll plug everything again at the end, by the way, too. Let's do the battle. The battle today, before I start it, just to explain to fans, we're doing truffle, yay or nay. This is a new format we do. Okay, so originally the show was only ever this thing versus that thing.
Right.
And then we started to realize, well, wait a second. You can actually just argue pros or cons against one thing, and it's still a poll that you can put on Twitter, and it's still an argument. So this is that format, and it's just truffle. It's the idea of truffle. It's probably going to be a little more about truffle flavor than anything else, because I don't think a lot of people...
And the fungi, not the candy, just to be very clear.
Oh, yes,
Like
yes.
truffle salt.
Jeez. Oh, shit.
It's a mushroom.
Fuck.
Underground mushroom.
Did we specify that? Do you think people understood? They must. Truffle's so popular right now.
Well, I was hoping because, like, you know, if you had a lot of white trash audience, they might think it's like a candy in a
Yeah,
box.
like that.
Who
like that
knows?
CVS
Yeah,
box
yeah,
of candy.
yeah.
We're talking about the elegant. I prefer the candy in the box.
Yeah. Who?
Especially after Ian last week. That was crazy.
What's that?
After Ian last week with his interpretation of our poll.
Ian was.
Uh-oh.
That was one of the craziest things I've ever. in my life.
Oh, Ian did something zany.
Whoa,
off top.
how out of character.
It was
What happened?
Ian Lara and I
Oh,
battled.
Ian Lara. I thought you meant Ian
Ian
Fidance.
Fidance. That's what I thought too.
Oh,
No.
Ian Lara. Okay.
Fidance, it would have made perfect sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, why is everyone looking confused?
Do you know him? Like are
Ian
you
Lara
shocked?
was like, I was like, send me the foods you hate or love. He goes, and one of his hates was no white sauces ever. Like I hate white sauce, right?
Listen
Okay.
out.
So I was like, oh, we could do, and then he put that he loved pizza, and I was like, oh, we could do white sauce versus red sauce. That's like a good battle. And like, it's like an Italian restaurant battle, and I was like, I like red sauce better, but I could argue for white sauce because you get clam sauce and all these other things, and then we started doing it, and he's like, I was like, so tell me why you don't like white sauce. It's like right off the bat, and he was like, I don't like it, man. It's gross. He's like, red sauce is better. Barbecue sauce, ketchup,
Color.
And I was, and
Oh
I go,
my God.
Ian, what are you talking about? I think I called him trash. I go, what are you, trash?
Raspberry jam.
Yeah.
Right.
He said that raspberry vinaigrette counted as red sauce.
Oh.
He's stupid. And I'm stupid, but that's stupid.
Okay.
It was
All right.
insane. I was
Okay.
like, what are you
That's
talking
really
about,
funny.
dude?
Okay.
Yeah. So
I gotta
anyway,
meet this guy.
That was a crazy interpretation.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we ended
yeah,
up
yeah.
arguing white, anything liquid and white
Like
versus
tzatziki. Yeah.
Cocaine and water.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, mayonnaise was
Ranch.
big for him. He was
Ranch.
he was
the
big
best
on.
white sauce ever made.
He was big on
I'm not-
anti-mayonnaise.
He was huge. He was huge. He's staunchly anti-mayonnaise.
So we know this is an interesting food phenomenon that I found in my personal life. A lot of men seem to not like mayonnaise.
He addressed the sperm.
I was gonna
or
say cum.
semen aspect of.
But whose cum is that thick?
I don't know.
No one's cum
You
is
would
that
know
thick.
better than I would.
Right,
I would
and
not
we are
know.
here to say
Yeah.
cum's a
I don't mean
little
that insultingly.
more
I just
waterier.
mean I haven't encountered a lot of cum. Not not that you've encountered a
We
lot.
have,
You've
though.
encountered more than I
You're
have.
not wrong. Correct.
Yeah.
And a lot.
That's all.
It can be both.
Clip it for TikTok.
That's gonna
Yeah.
go up.
TikTok.
Well-
Folks, do you like the fantasy play? Do you like playing daily fantasy? Do you like placing entries? Do you like making player projections? Do you like doing all that with the sports? Prize Picks. Here you go. Your daily fantasy app or website. Check out Prize Picks. I know you. You're thinking, well, I want to make a play. I think tonight I'm going to take Patrick Mahomes to throw more than 320 passing yards, or Derrick Henry to rush for more than or less than 85 yards, and Cooper Kupp to score more than 0.5 touchdowns, Tyreek Hill even to catch less than 3.5 passes. Well, you can do that all at Prize Pick. What will you love about Prize Picks if you haven't used it yet? Well, I'll tell you, it's easy to use. It's fun to play. There is a slew of sports to pick from. Everything you can possibly think of is on here. It's easy to do the projections. You can read what their projections are, and here's how it works. You pick 2 to 6 players if they will go to score more or less than the Prize Pick projection. That's it. You can win up to 25 times your money on any entry. That's it. You're not competing against other people. It's just you versus the projections available. That's it. That's all you got to do. Folks, this is awesome. Make your entries in 60 seconds or less. It's that easy, and you can do safe and fast withdrawals. So download Prize Picks, the app, or you can go to prizepicks.com and sign up and play daily fantasy sports. First-time users can receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100 when you use promo code tastebuds. That means if you deposit up to $100, Prize Picks will give you up to $100. They'll match you. So if you deposit 25, they'll match you with 25. Deposit 50, they'll give you 50. You get it. Don't forget, you got to enter promo code tastebuds at sign up for an instant deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks, your daily fantasy stop. Folks, Joe DeRosa here, and I want to talk to you about this show being sponsored by BetterHelp. I love BetterHelp. I've talked about BetterHelp quite a bit on this show. I've talked about it quite a bit off of this show. I am a user of BetterHelp. I think that they're just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful crew of people that are doing the right thing to bring you the help that you need. I think it's great. Here's the thing. you have a lot of stuff thrown at you in life. You have a lot of problems thrown at you in life. And in life, you want to get to a place where you can solve those problems and not get bogged down or stuck or tied up in the problems themselves and being overwhelmed by the problems. You want to be able to actually get to the solutions to those problems. And that's a tough thing to do because there is no guidebook. There is no set of instructions to get through life. There's just life and figuring out ways to navigate it. And BetterHelp is extremely helpful, if you will, in helping you do that. They've connected over 3 million people with licensed therapists. It's convenient, it's accessible anywhere, and it's 100% online. You're going to get connected with a therapist that's trained to help you figure out the cause of challenging emotions and learn the productive coping skills you'll need. It's going to make therapy the closest thing to that user manual we all wish we had in life. As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched, again, 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists. That's important. They're all vetted. It's also affordable. Did I mention that? That's nice. That's nice. I think the prices are pretty amazing, again, as a user myself. So you go, you fill out a brief questionnaire, and they match you up and they get you going. And if things aren't working for you between you and your therapist that you're linked up with, you can switch anytime you want. Couldn't be easier. There's no waiting rooms. There's no traffic. There's no endless searching for the right therapist. There's no bureaucratic bull crap whatever system in place to keep you from getting to where you go. It's all just there to be accessible, affordable, and helpful. And here's the deal. You can save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/tastebuds. That's better, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/tastebuds.
I love mayo.
No. He said somebody had mentioned that it was homophobic to him. And he said that he didn't.
Wait, this is wild.
Not liking white sauce.
Right. Okay. Really, you can get people on anything these days. Okay.
Yeah.
People need to put the phone down.
And he said,
and just look at the ceiling.
He said they weren't like
going after
offended
him.
about it.
Okay.
They were just saying like, is it like a gay thing?
Oh, right. I thought it was like he got booted from Variety's top 10 comments to watch.
No.
Because he doesn't like mayonnaise.
No. No. But he mentioned that it was. He did say it's a consistency thing. It's kind of weird.
I love mayonnaise. Like I'll put mayonnaise on a sandwich and then also a side of mayonnaise and dip the mayonnaise sandwich in more mayonnaise.
Consistency, though, I call bullshit on that in terms of like you put mayonnaise on a sandwich. Where are you getting the consistency? It's a little slippery, but it's a fucking sandwich. Unless he's talking about dipping like a fry. In
I get it because I don't. I seldomly dip anything in mayonnaise, but I get it. Like if I get a sandwich with too much mayo, I get grossed out.
Yeah.
There's
too much of anything. You need balance.
That's how I feel about ketchup. Like I hate too much ketchup.
Yeah. Too much sauce is gross because then it's like soggy bread.
I don't want too much
bread.
ketchup, but it doesn't gross me out. I'm just like, fuck this up. Like,
Right.
But with mayonnaise, I'm like, ew, this is like, I'm getting like grossed out.
Yeah. It's not like when you see it in the
like
bottle,
milky.
it's kind of yucky, but I just remember how good it tastes.
Just so good with egg salad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, of course.
Egg salad, avocado. Oh my God.
Egg salad's so good.
I love egg salad.
All right, wait, this is, let's
now
start
I'm just starving.
Yeah, now I want a fucking egg salad sandwich on white
Let's
toast.
put a pin.
lettuce.
Let's put a pin because this is a good place to start the truffle battle because I have a place we can start. Okay, folks, here we go. It's Corinne and I who hate truffle against Krystyna who loves truffle. Time to BATTLE buds. Here we go.
What if I just punched you guys in the face and then left? Did I win? I won the battle, right?
That would be incredible, actually.
With my rings?
I will start with we had a bunch of truffle stuff at one point because we had a sponsor called Truff who were good people and they made a good
Truff
product.
for dudes.
Yeah, they made a good product. And I got the one thing I was happy I got for them was truffle oil, which is very expensive and it was a nice thing to have on hand for cooking. But Truff they're big on infusing flavors, the flavor of truff into other things. One of them was mayonnaise. What would you think of that?
I think that makes a lot of sense. It's because the ranch is basically like a mayonnaise, but with certain seasonings. So to me,
ranch
dressing. Yeah. It's like it's similar ingredients, but like
Okay.
with it leans more on the season. So to me, adding truffle salt to ranch, it just makes a new little sauce. Makes sense.
Well, this was truffle mayo, not truffle ranch.
Oh, okay.
which-
well, right.
Yeah.
But you're saying the consistency.
I'm saying that
Right.
it reminds me of a ranch dressing. So like
Okay.
truffle mayo is like a flavor of ranch. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
So would you
a sauce.
Okay. So see, I hate aioli. I hate any flavored mayonnaise. I can't.
Oh, that's interesting. Because
love
I don't mind
aioli.
aioli.
I love
I
it.
can't, once they say there's a something except
I want
horseradish
extra.
mayo I like.
Uh-huh.
But if the second they say there's anything injected into the mayo, I'm like, get it out of here. I don't
Yeah.
want it. I don't want it.
There's
I
a
don't want
rosemary like mayo at Palms Frites. That's you don't like that?
I love an
rosemary
artisanal
on
mayo.
it. I
anything.
love rosemary too.
Yeah.
But I'll barf. I don't like
Wow.
rosemary flavored things. Truffle. I was excited when I'm not just saying this to be diplomatic. I was excited when Truff sponsored us. I was excited to get Truff products. And it wasn't until a little while after that I started to realize I don't like truffle flavor.
Oh,
at
because I
all.
was wondering. I was like, wait, I thought you don't like.
Yeah, I don't. Again,
What
I'm
was the
happy to have the
pivot?
oil because it's like that's a nice commodity to have in the kitchen.
And the salt's good.
I didn't get any truffle salt.
That's my
but
favorite.
You said you put it. I want to quote Corinne on this.
No, you said this to me. You said Krystyna said.
Yeah. No, I
okay.
want to quote what your response was.
Oh God, I don't even know.
Corinne said she was a little worried. She's like, I don't know. I feel you expressed concern and maybe we were going to gang up on Krystyna.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
No,
it's food.
I just know how me and Joe are, and I knew that Joe was gonna get very heated, and then
It's hilarious.
And she said, I was worried this would happen. It's going to be us versus her. And I go, don't worry about it. Krystyna said, and I sent the quote, let's go. I put truffle salt on everything. Like, let's go. And Corinne said, I might need a trash can because I'll puke during this discussion.
Wow, you hate truffle that much.
When Joe and I were talking about it, and I knew that was going to be the topic. I actually did start I was in bed and I started
it's visceral for you.
dry heaving. To me, when I walk into a restaurant and I can smell immediately if they have a menu item with truffle on it, because every fucking idiot is gonna order it, and then the whole restaurant is gonna smell like
truffle
it.
in the air.
Like there's nothing worse than like you spending extra money to go to like a high end pizzeria and you walk in and then you smell truffle, because that. I mean, I'm actually getting sick right now, even thinking about it. It's like coming up in my neck.
Maybe you were killed by truffle in a past life.
like.
That's I've never. Well, because here's the thing: in terms of arguing and battling, if you don't like it, then don't fucking eat it. Like
But truffle
I'm not going to
is-
argue that you're wrong.
But it's
Truffle-
ruined so many menu
Yeah.
items in
Right.
a metropolitan city like New
Yeah.
York. I go, just
Yeah.
give me fucking. Why would you put it on pizza or French fries? Two of the
know.
purest,
It should be
most
an
simple
option.
beauties in the world.
I know.
right.
When
Honestly,
people
I
put
agree.
truffle flavor on French fries, it makes me furious. And it is a frat guy food, meaning it is loud, it's obnoxious.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no way around. It's like dill.
The thing that-
dill fucks.
dill.
When dill goes in the wrong thing, you're like, get this out of here. It's
Dill gives me
disgusting.
cucumber
migraines.
dill salad. Oh,
But this is why I was excited when Corinne started talking about puking.
ooh, is it your king?
New King Unlocked. Yeah.
Nuking, puking. No, I got excited because not even one of my favorite thing about Corinne is because I relate to it is she'll have like real hard opinions about very like passive things. Yeah.
about non-issues.
About
Yeah.
like the best Jonas brother.
Posh Spice is the best Spice Girl.
My favorite thing was I was gonna save this till whenever the next time I was on Guys We Fucked was, but like I'll say it now.
That's your choice.
Anytime. I'll say it now, and I'll say it too if I'm ever on the show again. But like it was.
Now it's a
we
if.
got-
I love that. I love the I love the pivots.
No, I'm not. We got a sponsor on Without a Country for bidets.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And Mike Harrington texted us on the thread. He goes, good news, guys, we have a new sponsor. Pick out which free bidet you want. And I was like, oh, awesome. That's a great deal. And Corinne just writes back, I actually hate bidets, so I'll pass. And I was like, what?
I just wrote back, I'm not gay.
I was like, it's such a weird thing to hate.
But
I think to have a hard stance on whether or not you like
Water up your
pumped in
asshole?
your anus is not a crazy thing.
It's
to
not
get
that.
heated
It's not that
about.
crazy. It was just funny. It made me laugh. I was like, "This is," because I was really excited.
You were.
Yeah. I was like,
You
"Ooh,
were
this."
so jazzed.
What a. Because I also thought, by the way, I thought it was going to be like a bidet, because I saw the ones they had at Gas Digital that had like
a
temperature
legit,
control.
yeah.
And
Oh,
then
I
it
never
was like
saw-
this thing where it was just like there was like a dial.
The
on
Gas
it.
Digital toilet's my favorite toilet.
Yeah, it's an amazing toilet. Anyway,
You
Truffles.
should try
It
it.
was pretty dirty yesterday, so it's not my favorite toilet right now.
But was it warm?
My ass has never touched the seat in Gas Digital. I squat at Gas Digital. Like it is
rub
a
my ass
Port
on that seat.
Authority toilet seat.
I go,
Yeah, no, there's.
And it's high, and it's very hard for me if I'm
I
wearing
love it.
flat
Your feet
shoes
dangle.
because because I have to go like this.
oh yeah, that's hard to squat over. Oh
I'm
my
very
God.
short.
There's so many personalities over there where you're like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to sit on this toilet after that person.
Ignorance
did.
is bliss. You just don't think about it. And you plop.
Yeah, Lewis is just the beginning of your problems over there.
Yeah, no, when Lewis is the ass you hope was most on there before you,
Right.
that's a bad sign.
A lot of interns going in and out.
It's a lot.
Lot of
it's a lot.
interns.
To forget the intern, the on-air talent.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
Trash
Jesus
all around.
God. All right. So, but Truffle. I think first of all, let me just say the obvious here. They made a movie about Truffle starring Nicolas Cage, where
the pig.
a pig is the plot. Chris DiStefano hunts these things. That's what hunts truffles.
It's one over here, babe.
DiStefano.
Babe. Over here, babe.
Oh, DiStefano, you fucking pig! All right, I've just never seen a more valued thing that It's like caviar.
It's like Beanie Babies.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's gross, but it's like it's so valued. Like what? Why?
Well, just because I think people have a misconception. Just because something is hard to acquire or find
Doesn't mean it's good. Right.
Like, are we gonna start like sautéing 4-leaf clovers? No.
You could though, and
Yeah.
people would buy it.
Exactly.
You can manipulate motherfuckers into doing anything.
Well, it reminds me
I think
of
that's
this-
a real thing. Actually,
All you have to
I'm dead
do-
serious. I think there's
sautéed
Are we
4-leaf clovers.
starting a
I
rumor
think there's
now?
a place that puts a 4-leaf, like one of the Michelin, whatever, not Michelin
God.
stars. There's the other.
We have a child from Turkey go out into the fields,
yeah.
and we
Fine.
won't let him inside until he finds 8 4-leaf clovers.
There's a place. It's not Michelin star. That's the wrong term because that's what the chefs in restaurants get. There's that rating of restaurants that globally where it's like there's only like 5 restaurants around the globe
Yeah.
that have like this rating.
Uh-huh.
And I think one of them, if I'm not mistaken, I know one of them, and we tried to get in when we were in, I think it was in Denmark. We couldn't get in, and I was really bummed that we couldn't get in. I think that one has a dish with live ants on it.
Oh, I can see that.
But anyway, I think one of them does like literally puts a 4-leaf clover on the dish. Like that's kind of part of it.
See? Hey, if you can dream it.
Yeah.
A shaving of a unicorn's tusk.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so like truffles remind me a lot of this phenomenon in Hollywood boutiques. So I watch a lot of like reality nonsense, but one thing that happens in Hollywood boutiques is if they're having trouble selling an item, instead of putting it on sale, they'll make the price higher to trick people into
Psychology.
buying it. To me, that is truffles. It's a trick. I just think
Wow.
they said this is a delicacy now. And if you are a high brow person, you will like this. Your palate will accept this. And I think people
Truffles feel rich.
trick themselves
It's like
into
Evian.
believing that if they're somebody, they have to like the taste of truffle. And I said no.
Yes, there is an aspect of it too now where did you ever see so there's 2 things I'll reference. Did you ever see Small Time Crooks, the Woody Allen movie with Tracy Ullman?
Damn, no, it was like one Woody Allen movie I haven't seen.
It's a funny movie, but it's part of the plot is that they suddenly become they're like very blue collar and they suddenly become very rich.
Okay.
And Tracy Ullman she's brilliant in it, and she's like this lady from Queens. She's very like, oh my god, like she's like one of those, and then she like throws this party for like the elite.
Uh-huh.
And they all like are laughing at her because like she thinks she understands what class is, but she just it's not. She's just gaudy and
Right.
like whatever. But she just buys things because So one of the things she does at the meal is she's like on the chef. She's like, I want finger bowls. And he's like, we're not serving anything that requires finger. She's like, put them. And then she actually says with the truffle, she goes, and with the shaved truffles, don't be shy. Go, baby, go.
Yeah.
Because she just wants to show, she thinks that means she'll be accepted.
Right.
And I feel like truffle is that because it's now making its way into regular supermarket life. It used to be this thing where you had to go to like some sort
Specialty
of gourmet
store.
market or specialty store or whatever. And now I feel like you can kind of go into a regular supermarket and see a truffle something or other, you know, a place you might shop.
Well,
I'm
a lot of grocery stores in my area don't have truffle salt, so I haven't had it in a while because I can't fucking find it.
Why don't you order it online?
Really?
I could. I like catching it in the wild, like I'm Nick
I hear
Cage's
you.
pig.
I hear you.
babe, there's a jar over here, babe.
Oh my God! You on the ground trying to sniff out truffle salt, not truffles, just the
In a
truffle
grocery
salt.
store.
Yeah,
Packaged truffle salt.
That's a good visual. I think we need to make it happen.
yeah. I think that should happen.
Yeah, it's funny.
But no, I do think so. I do think that's a little part of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because they did that with. Remember when Godiva chocolate suddenly became like this thing that you could just kind of get anywhere? You
It's
know,
just
like,
such a joke. You can get it at Marshall's.
yeah, exactly.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Then it means nothing anymore.
I got it for someone at Marshall's because I was like, they're not gonna know.
Yeah.
Says
It's
Godiva
like-
right on the cover.
That was like a thing
Get
where it
that
was
Google
like.
on that Marshall's sticker.
How long ago was that like a thing though?
Godiva?
Well, I remember I worked
Early
at
2000s?
Like I think I worked at the fancy mall in New Jersey. Did we have a Godiva
They
there?
all had Godiva
Because
stores.
Godiva ice cream to me was like the touch of elegance. It's like,
Yes.
oh, you're at Baskin Robbins,
Yes.
you're at Haagen-Dazs even.
Oh,
And Haagen-Dazs is pretty
you
high
poor
brow.
bitch.
To
Yes.
get Haagen-Dazs, like actually go into the store. But if you got Godiva in the cone, I mean, hello.
Yeah. When I was a kid, Haagen-Dazs was like, I mean, you could get it, but it was considered like high end ice cream.
Can you get Haagen-Dazs in this neighborhood?
Well, I worked at the Short Hills Mall, which is a very bougie mall in New Jersey. Like,
Very bougie.
And because of our, we don't like have taxes on certain amounts of clothes. I mean, I think the laws have changed since then in New York. But like a lot of celebrities used to come to get like Gucci and stuff at Short Hills Mall, so they wouldn't have to pay the New York City taxes. So that's the kind of mall it was. But there was a Haagen-Dazs there, and it was so bougie that they didn't even sell ice cream cones because they said ice cream cones were tacky, and you couldn't have people walking around the Short Hills Mall with ice cream.
Might as well
cones.
eat it off the
Wow.
floor.
Only Haagen-Dazs and only Haagen-Dazs from the
From a
cup.
cup.
From a
Oh,
a
that's
bowl.
very interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Well, I mean, there's sorry,
So
I'm
your
just making
doc-
sure it's my doctor
Yeah.
messaging me. Folks, let's discuss Rocket Money. Rocket Money. Now, here's what I like about Rocket Money. Let me just say a little bit about myself. I am somebody that often is spending money, maybe even wasting money, if you will, on subscriptions that I completely forgot about. I see a ton of subscriptions every day, constantly online, things getting offered to me. I want to subscribe to this and try this thing out and whatever. They're coming at you hard and fast all the time in this culture. And I sign up for these things and I forget. And it leads to a loss of money that I shouldn't be spending. 80% of people are also doing this. And whatever, maybe it's your unused Amazon Prime account, maybe it's Hulu and you're never watching it or whatever. Doesn't matter. Rocket Money is a great app and it helps me track all of my expenses. And I no longer waste money on subscriptions I'm not using. It's great. Rocket Money, by the way, used to be called Truebill. That's when I first heard of it. Now it's called Rocket Money. Do you know how much your subscriptions really cost, by the way? Most Americans think they spend around $80 a month on subscriptions. Well, actually, it's closer to $200 or more. That's right. You could be wasting hundreds of dollars each month on subscriptions you don't even know about. That's enough. Use this app. Fix it. I'm telling you, do this. The app will show you all the subscriptions you have in one place, and then it'll cancel for you whatever you don't want anymore. That's all. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions you didn't know you were even paying for. You may even find out you're being double charged for a subscription, which can happen because you could sign up in one place through one service and then also sign up somewhere else. And then It's nuts. Get a handle on this thing, all right? Get rid of the useless subscriptions with Rocket Money. Use it now. Go to rocketmoney.com/tastebuds. Seriously, this could save you hundreds of dollars per year. That's rocketmoney.com/tastebuds. Cancel the unnecessary subscriptions right now with rocketmoney.com/tastebuds. Fellas, do you sometimes need a little confidence boost in the bedroom? We've all had those moments. Maybe you had a little too much to drink. Maybe you're too nervous. Maybe your head's just somewhere else. I don't know, but it happens. And there's nothing worse than not being able to put the stick shift, wink, wink, and drive when you need it the most. But have no fear, Rex MD is here. Spread and cheer, even for when you've had too many beers. You get where I'm going with this. Rex MD is an FDA approved, that's important, they're FDA approved, and they're the most trusted leader in men's telehealth. They sponsored our episode to help you always be prepared. Rex MD has made it simple, easy, and cost-effective to help men out there last longer and feel more confident in the bedroom. They're making getting the generic and branded Viagra or Cialis easy. Everything's online, even the prescription. And that means it's discreet, gets delivered discreetly to your door. There's no waiting rooms. There's no embarrassing trips to the doctor. There's no insurance. There's no co-pays. This is just a great, discreet deal for you to get the assistance you might need. Take advantage of the best deal they've ever offered and save up to 90% off and only pay $2 per dosage with our exclusive link. Go to rexmd.com/tastebuds for this limited time deal. They've made the whole process simple. There's no need to jump through a bunch of hoops and, again, setting up embarrassing doctor's appointments and things of that nature to get your medication. Unlike other brands, RexMD is FDA approved and clinically tested. This is good stuff. You'll be getting FDA approved ED treatments at a 90% cheaper rate than your doctors. All right, look, act now because it's time to get busy. Take advantage of the best deal they've ever offered. RexMD.com/tastebuds. That's where you're going to go. RexMD.com/tastebuds. That's an exclusive deal that will save you up to 90% off, where you're only going to pay $2 per dosage. Starter packs of generic Viagra or Cialis are now available for our listeners to get started. That's RexMD.com/tastebuds for up to 90% off. Give the gift of pleasure this holiday season with RexMD. That's very interesting, but that also makes sense where it's like, okay, if you want to have a high-end thing, you eliminate certain elements, not meaning people, just meaning like
no
food
cones.
types. Yeah.
I just had never crossed my mind anymore. And like at any time, I'm like, I didn't know cones were tacky.
And it could also drip everywhere, right?
Yeah,
and then you're
could.
getting your hand, you're
If
getting
you're
it
a
on your
toddler.
hands.
To me, I'm like, it seems like you mean no children.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My dream mall.
But here's the other thing I was going to reference is Penn and Teller had that show Bullshit. Remember?
Yeah.
I believe it was actually the finale of the whole show. Like, I think it was the last episode they ever did. They did an episode about the concept of the best and how the concept of that was bullshit. It was all just optics. And they invite all of these like sophisticates to this restaurant, this fake restaurant that they say is like a new place that's about to open, and the chef is going to prepare them this meal, whatever, and it's all frozen dinners.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
They make the frozen. They just cook the frozen dinners, but then they plate it to make it look like whatever.
If it was Stouffer's, I'd be all over that.
Stouffer's.
And they don't tell them that it's frozen dinners. They
present it as if it's a gourmet meal.
And the waiter's like, and he's saying I think. I can't remember if he says if he makes up ingredients or not, but he's just describing the food in a gourmet way. And they all think it's real. And they talk about like the phenomenon of like, do they actually think it's good? Like, do they
not want to seem like they're not classy and high end, so they're agreeing when they don't think it's good?
They see the other people saying things like they don't know, Anyway, that's what truffles are.
Well, I mean, I think there's a reason only animals can find them.
Specifically
disgusting.
pigs.
Yeah, it's like, like dogs. Oh, dogs can also hunt them. And I was like, oh, you mean the same creature that sniffs my crotch?
Yes.
Good taste. He has good taste.
Also,
I would say,
Why is it that only pigs can sniff out truffles? these things stink like shit every time they're out in a restaurant. Why is it so hard for anybody to smell these things
Pigs
or
love
to
shit.
identify them?
Well, I guess because pigs are lower to the ground, so that's like they have to. I think it's like to actually get where they are and dig them up.
Okay.
I will say this, and I
Okay.
said this to you over text, Joe. Truffle salt, when I put it on shit, it does make it kind of taste like a sweaty sock in a way that I like. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I get why you can't stand
I think
it.
she likes truffle the same way I like
I'm a masochist.
Aperol. People will be like, "How do you like Aperol?" And I'm like, "There's just some." And I recognize
Yeah,
it tastes like
yeah.
cleaning fluid. It tastes like you're drinking Fabuloso, and
Yeah.
that's what I was looking for in a beverage.
Listen,
It's weird. Sometimes you want to punch yourself in the
I
soul
say it
with
all
a
the
taste.
time about. I'm very particular with olive oil because, like, we use olive oil a lot at Joey Rose's, and I use olive oil a lot at home. But I have to use a very particular olive oil because otherwise, olive oil to me tastes like cat piss.
Yeah, it can.
I'm like, this smells
I'm like
like
that with
cat
Pepsi.
piss to me. And if it's not the right, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Pepsi also. There's something about
fucking
Pepsi that
hate
it tastes
Pepsi.
a little bit like
I
urine,
fucking-
but I don't mind
Ugh.
it.
I
Pepsi-
get so offended when a restaurant only has Pepsi. Fuck that shit.
I agree. We
Fuck that
argued
shit.
Pepsi versus Coke on the
Oh
show.
my-
It
if
was
you
one
like
of the most
Pepsi-
mads I've ever got at Sal because he was defending Pepsi. I was
Oh, you
screaming at him.
disgusting.
Found out why pigs like truffles.
Why?
There's a sex hormone found in the truffle that the male
That's
pig
why
likes.
I like it.
Yeah, they're aphrodisiacs.
Oh, is that what it is?
Truffle is an aphrodisiac.
You know what? I'm always horny,
Let's-
so it makes sense that I love truffles.
We should call
Anything to make me more horny, I'm in.
Let's call Chris on air.
I can't think of anything that would make me less horny than someone's mouth tasting like truffle.
Oh God,
Give it
it's
to me.
Gross.
Like,
yeah.
every time I even I can like remember the smell in my head. I'm like,
Wow.
What
Yeah,
does it
yeah,
taste
yeah.
like? I've never had it. What does it even taste like?
It's like a sweaty sock. I gotta say,
like a real
It's
sticky
it's like
cheese
a-
to me. I also
Yeah, like a
hate
sticky
Munster cheese,
cheese.
and to me they have a similar response for me.
It's funny you say that. I like Munster cheese, but I never
Sandwich
before.
ruiner.
I can. Well, I don't put it on. I sometimes I would eat it like sliced.
Yeah, no, that's how I referred it. Like in my head, I think of like Munster cheese as like the cheese that like ruined a marriage. Like it's a
Wow.
sandwich
Right.
ruiner.
Right. Right.
But I also
It's like-
find Munster to me is also like I like it, but like it seems like a trashy cheese to me. There's something about Munster cheese where
100%.
But when it melts,
yeah,
it
yeah.
smells so
Yeah.
bad. Like I think one
Yeah.
time I ordered a sandwich and I didn't read it the description properly on the menu, and Munster was on it, and I cried.
I have never in my life, and I'm dead serious, whatever place that was, don't go back. I've never seen a place melt Munster cheese on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, and then you bring it
Ever.
out, and then the whole like the wafting smell follows the waiter as they're bringing the
You
sandwich.
gotta get nose
Oh
plugs
man,
when you go.
I've literally never seen or heard of it. Like that's wild. That's a place trying to be original. You know who puts Munster cheese on sandwiches? And this is all you need to know: Justin Silver.
Oh wow!
Really?
Wow, I
Yeah.
woun't have thought that.
I wouldn't have thought that either. I thought he was raised
Jason.
better.
He-
Jews are usually classier.
He
Yeah,
will
man,
put
not Justin.
Munster cheese on a sandwich.
Wow.
I need to speak to him.
No, I put monster cheese on a sandwich. It's not my first choice, but it could be my second.
I've never even seen it in sandwich form.
I-
I've only ever seen it in that little cabo.
Yes, you go
bread.
to the dairy aisle, and it's Munster cheese is one of the slices you could buy.
I would never. There's
Wow.
so. I would do
Wow.
American, Swiss, Monterey
Love
Jack,
American cheese.
provolone. All these cheeses would come before. I'd spray cheese from a can on the sandwich before I put
Love
Munster cheese
cheese
on it.
whiz.
I don't mind a bit of Munster, but I wouldn't put it on a sandwich. And there is a consistency to Munster where it's just this side of firm, where it doesn't. It's like
Rubbery
if
brie.
you had a piece of it, like sandwich size piece, you would be like, this is supposed to be more firm than it is, and that's what your brain is saying, and it's too soft. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
we made a whole podcast about it. Hey,
But like, wait, you asked what truffle tasted like.
Yeah.
Truffle. It is there is a
sweatiness to it.
Oh,
A gym sock, I think, is an accurate.
Yeah.
Like, what a gym sock smells like.
It tastes like
think
that.
Of eating that.
Yeah.
At what age did you all try truffle? Like when did truffle?
God, 29, 30.
Okay.
I didn't know. I didn't never heard of it until I was 29.
Because it was only,
30.
I feel like it's only become popular in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
So, like, I love going to wine bars and they'll fuck a lot of their shit up by just sprinkling truffle on it. I go,
Right.
can you just, before the chef does that, can you
Take
just
it and give it to
not
us?
do that
Yeah.
and bring it out to me?
Honestly, I didn't have it until it made its way into common whatever, like truffle. I think truffle fries. I had truffle fries that usually have. I think the stand
Yes,
I think
they
the
have really
stand
good
had truffle fries.
Yes,
yeah.
but they did it right. They have
And they
truffle
put cheese
fries
on it,
and
right?
regular fries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they understand
Yeah.
that truffle's not for everybody.
Yeah,
And they put
sometimes-
cheese on the fries,
Yes,
right?
they do.
And
They
I
sprinkle
remember
Parmesan.
liking it.
I loved it.
remember
I
liking
love
it,
their truffle fries.
But also being like, I'm not always in the mood for this. And then like that not in the mood got bigger and bigger until I was like, I don't like truffle.
I'm never in the mood for that.
Yeah. What were you gonna say? Like, I feel like I stepped on you.
No, I was just thinking more about how I hate truffle. I also like if you want to. I think like your eyes are the first thing that kind of get you hungry for something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at a truffle in its full form, it's repulsive. It looks
really?
like something
Like a
from
mole?
an oddities museum. And then you slice it open, and when you slice it open, it looks like the inside of a serial killer's brain, which I
What?
did see at Bodies the Exhibition. It looks
Yeah.
like a brain.
See, I'd rather not know.
Yeah,
I'd rather just not see those photos.
because like to me, and it's weird. Like it's not.
I don't know
like
what a truffle
fungi.
looks like.
I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are one of my
look.
favorite vegetables.
I love
or
magic
I guess
mushrooms.
funguses. I don't know what we're calling it. I call it a vegetable because you put it in a salad, but I'm sure that's not accurate.
You're gonna get a lot of heat for that.
then I got a
online.
lot of heat for my
from the
my
mushroom community.
inclusion of.
I like mushrooms. I don't often put them in salad
I
though.
love them. There's a restaurant called The Office, a chain restaurant in Jersey, and they are one of the only restaurants that includes raw mushrooms in their salad. And I think it makes all the difference. They also do a
Ew.
house-made ranch.
You're right. Ew.
Okay,
Oh, you're looking at
please
it.
don't show me.
Oh, I thought you were ewing
don't show me.
my raw mushrooms and salad. You're ewing what a
I
truffle
imagine
looks
it
like.
looks like the belly button of a newborn right before it falls off.
It also
Ew,
like the outside of it kind of looks like a cow's nose that needs to be hydrated.
What? So it's pink?
Oh, I had
They were black.
Well, no, there's like I think it's a cow with a black nose because I
Oh,
think cows
okay.
can have different color noses depending on what they are. But like a black or
Oh
like
my
a big
God.
dog
Where they're
nose.
from, what they believe, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like like when a severe alcoholic their nose, like when it gets the little bumps.
Yeah,
What's that called? The gin blossom nose.
yeah.
It looks like
Oh,
that.
that's the name
Except
for
not
it?
red. Yeah, that's
funny.
what gin blossom means. Yeah, like W.C. Fields, like his nose was like
Right.
bumpy.
Like
Yeah.
bulbous.
That's what a truffle looks
Like
like. Ew,
Artie
this
Lang.
is so
Bulbous
gross
is a
looking.
good explanation. Yeah,
bulbous.
I think that's it for me. I don't
That
think I'll
never
ever eat
describes
truffle ever
anything.
again.
A lot of people in the comments are saying it's for rich people.
Are we live?
It is. No,
There's a
well,
poll.
we send
Oh.
a poll out. But look, I'm just looking at truffle prices here. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm seeing here.
Yeah, it
You
is
know
one of
what's
the
so
most
fucking
expensive
expensive?
things.
Fucking, I went to buy pine nuts. $22 fucking dollars.
Pine nuts are pricey.
Nuts in
What do they got?
general. Go
What, they
to
got gold in them? What the hell?
go to nuts.com and get better nut prices.
Okay, thanks, girl.
Urbani,
I used to make my
Hell
own
yeah.
trail mix because I'm allergic to almonds, so I have to make my own because every trail mix includes almonds.
Right.
And so I just went over to nuts.com. I put some Brazil nuts in. I love a Brazil nut.
I love a Brazil
Meaty,
nut.
Good.
Urbani truffles.
What,
Two.
truffle? No, is this brand of truffles?
Yeah, Urbani truffles is an online. You can buy. They are large. Excuse me,
I wanna
5
buy
ounce
the
piece.
salt.
5 ounces. Let's take a guess here.
5 ounces. I'm really
How
bad
big
at
is
math.
fi-
I'm trying to like
$80.
for truffle.
Keep going.
Higher?
120.
Keep going.
275.
200?
Not even close.
5 ounces?
Now I'm getting mad.
450?
What do these people wipe their ass with money? What the fuck?
Well, this is your thing.
I buy it
Hutchinson.
in salt form.
How much is truffle salt?
And I'm broke now, so I don't buy
Wait,
it.
no. Let's stay on the truffle first. Hold on.
So it's more than 450 for 5 ounces?
That's
1,000?
disgusting. What? That better be a brick
You're
of
not
cocaine.
even in the ballpark.
$2,800.
$2,499
I'm
for
psychic.
5 ounces of.
5 ounces is so small.
I know of
Well, they
white
got pigs
alba
to get 'em.
truffle.
Nick Cage's
now
pig
maybe
got it.
that's a more rare.
Yeah, white truffle I think is more rare than the other truffle, but
Williams Sonoma.
It's not
2
worth
ounces
it.
of burgundy truffle from Williams Sonoma, $130.
That's more reasonable.
Still kind of.
It's all bullshit, though.
I mean,
This-
2 ounces.
then so the truffle that they're putting on stuff in restaurants because it's not that expensive in a restaurant. It's only like it makes things like $5 more. So it must be some weird concentrated oiled
Right.
down version of it. It can't. It's nowhere near this.
When you're buying that, though, what the fuck do you do with it? Do you dry it out and put like a grind, like a, You know, like you're grating cheese, like a grater?
Maybe
I
because
believe so.
I've never like consumed a full truffle.
Me either. It's only been truffle salt for me.
Oh, I've had the
And
oil
oil.
and I've had the truffle shavings, and it kills me because if it's a meal that comes with truffle shavings, I literally remove the most expensive part, which is the
Right.
truffle shavings.
Right.
But it's one of those things that you can taste that it was there.
Yeah,
It's
no.
in the room.
She
like, when
hates
you
truffle
No,
so much.
it
I really didn't know this.
It leaves a stink.
fucking disgusting.
10 plus years, I'm finding this out.
Like I'm allergic to onions, but I like the taste of them, so I'll get onions on a sandwich and then
Juice.
remove them, and then I'll have the flavor of the onion, but I won't get sick. But truffle, it's like you have to bring in like a crime
crew.
scene investigation to get rid of it.
Yeah,
Crime scene
no.
cleanup.
And I'm just reading up. I'm listening to you. The only reason I'm looking down is because I'm trying to find information on truffles. It looks like they last about 1 to 3 weeks. Oh wait, if
Are
you're
you
looking to
serious?
preserve your fresh truffles for 1 to 3 months, get them freezing in the freezer. So you have to freeze them if you want to keep them. But it sounds like once they're out in the fridge, you got 1 to 3 weeks. Which for 25, I mean,
That's obnoxious.
you're dealing with a different level of.
You wipe your ass with money.
Yeah, yeah.
You would buy them like for the week of the dinner party that
Now-
you're having.
Yeah.
I mean, are people just like having truffles on hand?
You can you harvest
I'm
them?
assuming the
I
only
just
people
grow
buying
them at
these are
home.
like chefs at this point.
I think
right?
you're like hoity-toity if you have an avocado on hand. To me,
Yeah.
like if I'm I'm getting an avocado the day I'm eating it. I'm not waiting around. That could be $5 just in the garbage.
Right.
You're playing
Right,
with
because
fire.
then you forget about it.
Pimp, let's go to the. We're good on time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
let's
good.
go to the phones.
A lot of people have no idea what the poll's about. It seems to be.
Wow,
that
there's
answers your
genuine
question.
confusion.
Yeah.
They don't even know what the candy truffle is.
A lot
let
of
alone-
trash listening to this show.
Wow, that's
A
wild.
few people said, Sal, your millionaire is showing.
Ooh, good.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
when this
yeah.
happens. Sometimes I get them to turn on Sal.
Nice.
'Cause for being a rich person.
Yeah, that asshole.
And I like it.
Successful
Because he
piece of
really
shit.
does hang with the regulars, and
Yeah.
it's nice.
Although I
know.
did run into him at Soho House.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
boo!
Yeah, he's pulled me in there a few times. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it, but it's.
Soho House
It's
is the
bougie.
truffle of
Yeah.
places.
Clubs. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I was a member for about
I
2
feel
years.
like I'm
Here.
at my grandma's. I feel like I'm not supposed to touch anything.
can't
I'm
take
I'm only gonna do
pictures.
something wrong in here. It's
Right.
not.
And what is it, 10 grand a year to be a member?
No, it's
No,
like
no.
$2,000.
Okay.
It's
I
not-
cursed
it's
at a
honestly about,
child
like,
once at
2,500.
Soho House.
All right.
I
This
live
should-
right-
in front of a child. I
This
didn't
shouldn't be
curse at
I
children.
live right by
child.
Soho House.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe I'll join and be
Ludlow.
foofy.
Ooh.
I
Oh, no,
honestly,
I live by
kinda miss
Ludlow
it.
House.
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
live
Yeah.
by Ludlow.
I love
was-
Ludlow House.
That sweater is very good for it. Walk in with that.
This is just an old Urban Outfitters sweater,
Oh.
or Lucky brand, excuse me.
Oh.
I know.
Excuse me.
I
I
keep
used
it.
to think Lucky was bougie too.
Me too. And
I miss seeing
Abercrombie.
Lucky brand around. There used to be more.
And Madewell.
They don't have
more
brick
of
and
it.
mortars anymore.
They do. They're harder to come by now. They're not just around as much.
You know
It's
they're
a
not
bummer.
doing well because the Lucky brand earrings ended up at Marshall's. So that's why I keep tabs on everyone's.
Wow.
I only go to Marshall's, by the way. That's the only store I
That's
shop
wise.
at.
Godiva and Lucky are
hunt.
on their way out.
So that's why I've mentioned it so many times. It's the only place I've
They should
shopped.
sponsor guys we fucked.
Any food a pig would sniff out, I'm not going to eat.
Oh, that's great.
Your loss.
Everyone's kind of just resigned on this fight. A lot of people saying they don't have an opinion. They never had it before.
Okay.
Pores.
That's really
Well,
weird.
let's give the win to any food a pig would sniff out, since that comes pretty close to the DeStefano commentary.
Find it. I'll dig it up. I'll retweet them.
Okay. All right. Here's how we do it, guys. You plug, then we say the results of the poll, and then whoever wins has to say, "I still love you" to the loser, and the loser says, "I love you too," and then we end.
That's nice. I
The,
like
the
that.
result seems to
Yes.
be confusion.
There's still
The
going to be a
result
winner on
is,
the poll.
what the fuck
yeah.
that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, Danny.
So
No
plug
offense.
away. Plug away.
Oh, I want to plug Guys We Fucked, the anti-slut shaming podcast, available on Luminary or wherever you get your podcasts. And we're going 10 years strong. You could also watch it on youtube.com/Guys We Fucked without the U and fucked. I'm at Krystyna Hutch, and I have a Patreon where I do monthly group Zoom therapy in quotes because I'm not a licensed therapist, but it's really fucking fun.
That's great.
Amazing. Okay, so also Guys We Fucked, obviously, and then Without a Country on the Gas Digital Network. It's a roasting the news show, old episodes featuring Joe, and then you can work your way forward to modern times.
Vintage.
Vintage.
If you're around in New York on New Year's Eve, I have a show at 6 p.m. with Krystyna Hutchinson, Ryan Long, Lev Fur, Chloe LeBranch at New York Comedy Club East Village. And you can follow me on social media at Philanthropy Gal, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you.
All right, pimp.
Ready? All right. The winner is with 52% Yes, on truffles.
Oh,
my God, so you guys have to say you
Wait a
love
minute.
me.
Joe is stunned.
I can't believe people didn't know it, and it still it only got 52%.
Well, you got to remember, if they thought it was chocolate, they're going, yeah.
Whatever, just say you love me.
That's
Please just
rematch
say you love me.
territory. No, if we get an
Flip
under
this up for
5%
me.
margin, we say it's a rematch territory.
That's so funny.
That's wild.
You have to do a follow-up poll. Did you think we mean chocolate? Yes, no.
People are adding me on the side saying we have no idea what this
That
is.
is so funny because it's like to me it's like macaron. It's like those are different things. Like,
Really?
a macaron is a French cookie. A macaroon is a Jewish cookie.
Yeah.
Macarons are fucking disgusting and another truffle-like item, and macaroons are delicious.
I'm not a fan of either, to be honest.
I don't love coconut, so it
Yeah.
has to be very low on the coconut quality for macaroons, but I do like macaroons.
I'm not a fan of either.
Rucola is way better, though.
Anyway, we still love
Bless
you,
you.
Krystyna.
Thank you.
We still love
you
you.
love
Thank
too.
you. Thank
Oh.
you. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay,
I love
well,
you too.
thank you.
I love you too. I love you too.
Wow,
Whatever
Joe
I
just
just
got
said.
triggered.
I know.
Taste buds. They coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic.